common VA mortgage misconceptions, and we're going to model what a VA mortgage looks like with today's interest rates. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Happy Veterans Day today, Tuesday, November 11th. Happy Veterans Day to all of our veterans out there. Thank you for serving and all you've done to give us and protect this great country we live in, where we can YouTube about mortgages in the middle of the week. All right, so today we're going to take a look at some common VA misconceptions, and then we're going to model out what a VA mortgage looks like. But before we do that, today interest rates fairly flat off of last week, 6.34 on a 30-year fixed conforming. Jumbo loans, a loan amount over $818,000, 6.41. Our VA, kind of our benchmark on this channel, 6.06, and then VA, which we're looking at today, 6.08. Now, in the last 2 months, we've seen that dip down to 5.9, so right in this range. It'll be very interesting to see what happens to these numbers as we approach the end of the year. Okay, so common misconceptions. And I get these from first-time home buyers that have never used a VA mortgage, and I get these from experienced veterans that have used their VA benefits to buy a house before. So let's take a look at a few of these misconceptions. The first one here, when you use a VA loan, you're not using the loan itself. You're using your entitlement, which is VA's guarantee to the lender that they'll cover part of the loan if you default. Now, very common misconception, people think that the VA is the lender. That's why veterans will receive junk mail, spam mail, that looks like it's from the government. And there's laws out there to prevent that from happening. You can't use an American eagle, an American flag, and make yourself look like you're the government. VA mortgages are lent by lenders like my company that I work for, Cross Country Mortgage, but they are guaranteed by the VA. The basic entitlement is $36,000, an old number that represents 25% of $144,000. Today, the VA provides full entitlement up to the county's conforming loan limit, usually around $766,000. Next year, it's going to $818,000. What this means is that the VA will guarantee 25% of your loan amount. So if a lender offers 100% financing and the homeowner defaults, stops making payments and going to foreclosure, the VA reimburses the lender up to 25% of the loan balance. And this removes a level of risk to lend to somebody with less than 20% down. Commonly, if you're not a veteran, you're using mortgage insurance to do this. But VA will guarantee up to 25%, allowing a zero down, a true zero down, no monthly mortgage insurance loan. All right, let's look at the second one here. Reusing your entitlement, and I think this is where a lot of misconceptions happen. You can absolutely reuse your VA loan benefit multiple times. It's not just for the first time you buy a house. You can use it even indefinitely as long as your entitlement is available. You can restore it several ways. Sell the home and pay off the VA mortgage. Entitlement is fully restored and ready for your next home. Refinancing the VA loan into a non-VA loan. So if you refinance out of your VA loan into a regular conforming loan, then you can use your VA entitlement a second time. So if you're wanting to maybe convert your house to rental down the road and use your VA to buy a new house, you can do that. And then a one-time restoration, if you paid off your VA loan, but you still own the property, you can once reuse your entitlement for another home purchase. So if you pay it off, you can keep that house if you want and go buy another one with your entitlement. Now you can check your entitlement on the VA's website to see exactly, pull your certificate of eligibility. That'll show you how much entitlement you have. It'll also show you if you are exempt from their funding fee, which we'll cover when we look at a VA mortgage here in just a minute. Having two VA loans at the same time. Again, I get this one a lot. Yes, in some cases, you can even have two active VA loans at once. This happens when, now the key word here is and. You still own your first home, financed with a VA loan, perhaps you've turned it into a rental, and you're being relocated. PCS orders, or major life move, and you have remaining entitlement left over after the first loan. So if you're being relocated either with the military or with your job, and you have some entitlement left over, you can retain the VA mortgage on your existing house, maybe convert it to a rental, and then use the remaining entitlement to purchase another home using your VA benefit. Okay, I think I have one more here. All right, so here's some common scenarios. If you sold your VA financed home, can you use your VA again? Yes. Full entitlement is restored. If you refinance into a conventional loan, yes, your entitlement is restored. If you still own a VA financed home, buying a new one, possibly, if partial entitlement remains. And you can check that on your certificate of eligibility, or you can contact us and we can check that for you. If you paid off your VA loan but you still own the home, yes, one-time restoration is allowed. Okay, so now let's put all this to use. Look at this home I found. Beautiful home in Southwest Washington, located at 9407 Northwest 28th Court, 98665. This is in the Lakeshore neighborhood in West Vancouver. Built in 1998, 3 beds, 4 baths, 2380 square feet. This home is listed by Ken. Let's see what Ken has to say. Discover the stunning custom home on a quiet, dead-end street in after Lakeshore near top schools and Lakeshore Athletic Club. Lovingly renovated with new solid wood floors. 30-year roof, plumbing, dual HVAC, siding, front windows, and front deck. That's a lot. The kitchen shines with leathered marble counters, Italian Carrara marble backsplash, and the stainless steel appliances opening to a lush landscape backyard. Both living room and den library have gas fireplaces with marble tile surrounds. The den spans 2 stories, a 2-story den. With picture windows and built-in bookshelves. Upstairs boasts an open hallway, adjoining bath and 2 bedrooms. Heated marble flooring in both bathrooms. The primary suite offers vaulted ceilings with in-closet and marble with walk-in shower. Smart home tech, climate-controlled 1,800 bottle wine cellar. A home theater bonus room. EV charger. Wow. You guys, look at this. That is a lot of home. We're going to look at the pictures, but $699,500. I'm not saying that the tide is turning on home affordability. I'm not saying that values are falling, but we're getting some list prices that really start to make sense. Nice long driveway. I have a confession to make. I know this house. I know this house because when I was in high school, we toilet papered this house, which is specifically the tree. We knew the girl that went to school there, and on a dare, we toilet papered the house. I'm not proud to admit that, but we did toilet paper this house. It's so funny. Now it's on my YouTube channel. But yeah, this home is kind of a well-known, well-established Lakeshore neighborhood. Love the paint. It looks like painted cedar siding. Here's our entryway with those hardwood floors. Wide plank. Looks like fresh paint. Nice millwork. Wow. Built-in bookshelf. Beautiful ceilings, windows. Kind of a unique architecture here with these windows. There's our gas fireplace. 2380 square feet. This home already feels bigger than that. So hold on a second. Okay, so we have 2 fireplaces downstairs. Unless they're counting that as the den. Okay, there's those Italian marble countertops. Love the blue cabinets. Gas range. Really nice millwork around this bullet window style kitchen sink window. Very nice cabinets. Here's our primary. Hardwood floors in here as well. It looks like we're still on the main, so primary on the main. It's our utility room with a door out back. I love that they brought those hardwood floors upstairs to bedroom number 2. Very nice bathroom. Yeah, I think that's the den. They're saying 2 stories. Going through these fairly quickly. I want to get to the VA mortgage breakdown. Kind of get the idea. Beautiful. Here's your theater room. You know what you could do? Oh, wow. You could turn this into a, if there's enough room, you could turn this into a golf simulator too, which is one of the trends right now. And then here's your wine cellar. Holy cow. Love the parquet balcony deck outside. Some parking on the side of the house. Trex deck. Guys, this is a very nice home for $699. Low maintenance backyard. Great drone shot. There's the house right there. Okay. This home is not going to last very long. So, for our veterans out there, if we used a VA loan, $699, $500 is our purchase price. Now, the only difference between these two here is if you are a disabled vet, you may be exempt from the funding fee. The funding fee is the fee VA charges to guarantee the loan. That gets added to your loan amount, so it's not something you're paying out of pocket. So if we are not exempt from that fee, our loan amount would be $714, $539. If we are exempt, we're putting 0 down, then $699, $500. Interest rate today, according to Mortgage News Daily, national average on a VA loan, 6.08. If we look at a payment breakdown here, $43.20 if you are not exempt, and $42.29 if you are, $90 difference, exempt from that funding fee is your principal and interest. Property taxes on this home are $566. Homeowner's insurance, you're gonna be somewhere around $100 a month. So that gives us a total payment of $49.76 or $48.85 if you are exempt. Now here's our breakdown of our closing costs. No down payment, around $36.91 for closing costs. Here's that upfront funding fee that the VA charges to guarantee the loan. Unless you are a disabled veteran and exempt, that will also show on your certificate of eligibility. So in this example, it'll be $15,039. I prepaid $7,000, and then we're gonna ask the sellers to pay for our prepaids and our closing costs for us. That's the only negotiating we're doing in this example. There's a lot more you could do. You could ask for a 2-1 buy down, you can ask for a price reduction, but we're gonna keep it simple. We're just gonna ask them to pay our closing costs. So we are bringing in literally $0 out of pocket for a payment just shy of $5,000 a month. Guys, I hope this helps you out. Like, subscribe. Again, thank you to all of our veterans for serving our country. We'll be back a couple more times this week, and then I have a really good live stream coming up on Saturday. We're going to talk about the Trump administration's push for 50-year mortgages. So we're going to talk about that on Saturday. Go out and enjoy the rest of your week. Enjoy your Veterans Day. Bye, everybody.